What if you need to connect DSPy to a custom language model endpoint with specific credentials? You'll see how to instantiate the model with explicit API keys and base URLs, then set it as the default for all subsequent operations.
Import DSPy. LM equals DSPy. LM, OpenAI / your model name, API key equals provider API key. API base equals your provider URL. DSPy, configure LM equals LM.
This demonstrates the explicit language model configuration pattern in DSPy, where you create a dedicated LM object with provider-specific connection details. The code shows a direct initialization approach, passing the model identifier, API key, and base URL as constructor arguments. This pattern establishes a single, visible configuration point for the language model connection. The approach works by encapsulating all connection parameters within the LM constructor call. The model name, authentication credentials, and service endpoint are specified together, creating a self-contained configuration block. This makes the initialization sequence straightforward and keeps all connection-related parameters in one place. This pattern matters because it provides a clear, direct way to set up model connections when you need to specify exact parameters. The visible constructor arguments show precisely which model and service endpoint will be used, making the configuration explicit and easy to verify. This is particularly useful when you need to ensure specific model variants are being accessed. Let's break it down line by line.
Import DSPy.
Imports the DSPy framework, which provides the core functionality for defining and executing programs with language models. This is the foundational import needed before any DSPy configuration or tool definition.
LM equals DSPy. LM, OpenAI / your model name, API key equals provider API key. API base equals your provider URL.
This initializes a language model connection through DSPy's LM class, passing the model identifier, API key, and custom endpoint URL. These three parameters form the basic connection configuration. You'd replace the placeholders with your actual provider details. The resulting LM object will be used in the next line to configure DSPy's global settings.
DSPy, configure LM equals LM.
Sets the initialized language model as DSPy's active backend. All subsequent DSPy operations will use this LM instance for predictions and processing. DSPy LM configuration. This code initializes a language model instance by specifying the provider, model name, and authentication parameters through the DSPy LM constructor. The API key and API base parameters must be provided explicitly when using non-standard OpenAI-compatible endpoints. This single configuration call establishes the default LM for all subsequent DSPy operations.
The provider that owns no model lens, every voice.